Hey, this is Dan Soder with Big J. Okerson, and we're about to play our first episode of the Soder Show on SiriusXM, but we taped this a couple weeks ago, and yesterday, Robin Williams passed away, and we felt like there's no way we're going to do a comedy show without addressing this issue.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you, Jay, but Robin Williams to me was one of the reasons I'm in comedy.
I've said this a couple times now on a few different things, is that it's not so much. I was never a huge fan of the comedy. I mean, I respect it as as an icon of comedy, but I was never a huge fan. I was always just taken back by what I think he was an amazing actor,
an incredible,
just
actor.
An amazing.
But I mean, and a lot of people have brought up that acting, but I will tell you first and foremost, live at the Met. There was a bunch of stand-up specials that I watched when I didn't realize stand-up was written, when I didn't know. I thought you were just talking. I thought those guys, when we were younger, you watch stand-up, you think, oh, those guys are just talking on stage.
Sure.
And Robin Williams blew me away. It really influenced my life, especially the kind of comedy I do with voices. He was kind of the guy that I looked up to, and I've been very sad since finding out about
I've definitely drawn an inspiration from the fact that he goes free form. I'm not so much of a characters guy at all, but I'm very off the cuff, and
it's something you can identify with.
Sure, no, absolutely.
As him as an improviser affected you the way that him doing voices affected me, and movies like Good Morning Vietnam and Mrs. Doubtfire, and there's a lot of stuff that just really affected me and shaped me as a comedian. And so I definitely wanted to come on before we played the show and say that the comedy community has lost a legend. And one of my greatest memories was meeting him at the Cellar. He came in, and Jim Norton and him talked about Richard Pryor.
Sure.
And it was one of the greatest things I've ever heard in my life when he was talking.
To overhear it.
What's that?
Just to kind of overhear it and
he was sitting at the table. I was sitting at the table too, and he was talking about what it was like to show up at the store in the 70s and know Richard was on stage, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not going to go on. No one's following Pryor." And it was amazing to hear that, because it took you back to oh my God. You're a legend. You're like one of the gods on the mountain. You saw it all.
Isn't it great to hear that with a story that they talk about there? Jeepers, I couldn't get on stage if I wanted to.
Dude, you're the best. And I'll never forget, one of the happiest moments of my life was, this was last year, and it was during the football season, and Lenny Marcus said to me, he's like, "Hey, Soder, didn't the Niners win?" And I'm a huge 49ers fan, and Robin Williams, born and raised in San Francisco. And he perked up in a way that I've never seen. And he was like, "The 49ers won?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, they beat the Cardinals." And he's like, "Oh, that's terrific." And I just remember being like, "I told Robin Williams that the Niners won." That was the best thing. I told my mom immediately after. I was like, "I told Robin Williams the Niners won." She's like, "It's fan."
We got home that night, and he was like, "Some jerk off just ruined the game by telling you had a DVR."
I had it recorded, and some fucking rock monster told me that
some gravel voiced dick rag ruined the whole game for me.
But Robin Williams will be severely missed. His movies are amazing. He has got such a body of work to live on.
I know it's people that I just spoke on Ron and Fez twice about this now, but to reiterate to you, it was cool that Louis C.K. gave me the opportunity. The scene I did in season 3 of Louis was with Robin Williams. Yeah. So that was a huge sit now you realize how precious that moment is. And
it's amazing.
Yeah.
And
pretty great. Yeah. Definitely. Sorely a big loss to the comedy community, without a doubt, man.
And with that being said, here's our first episode that we recorded a couple weeks ago.
So now laugh. Now get your fucking laugh pants on.
Yeah, for the Soder Show here on Comedy Central Radio, SiriusXM 95. Our dreams and fantasies of what this radio show is going to be. I'm Dan Soder. Nothing more than just an orgasm of comedy. Constant moaning with laughter.
One part awesome, one part giggling.
Great comedy bits from people you've seen on Comedy Central. I'm going to be the new Jason Statham of radio.
I told you I was going to go back there. I never wanted to. You're the only one crazy enough to think of a plan like this. We're the only ones crazy enough to help you.
From the SiriusXM studios in New York City, Comedy Central Radio presents
the only show on SiriusXM with spinning rims.
The Soder Show. Now, here's your host, Dan Soder, and special guest, Big J. Okerson.
Oh, that's smooth. Hi, I'm Dan Soder. You're listening to The Soder Show on SiriusXM 95 Comedy Central Radio. With me, Big J. Okerson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, girl.
Take that little jazzy tune for a walk.
What's that little hat?
Little stand-up bass. Getting into all them panties.
Oh, Oh, what an erotic evening! This is a radio show where Big J and I talk. The Soder Show makes me feel too grandiose. I don't like it.
Oh, no. Thank you for blessing me by being a part of the Soder Show.
I let you in on the ground level, and you will grovel to me.
Hey, you talk. I'll be over here opening your mail and checking what's worthy for you.
Does anybody else want a coffee, Jay? Can you
Hey, you know what, kid? You can keep the change and grab yourself a cheese Danish while you're down there.
I will say from the start, this is a duo. This is a power duo.
Power duo.
Yeah, if we were a gay couple, we'd both go bottom because we care about each other.
We're like Rush if the guy who's not Geddy Lee and Neil Peart died. Who's that other guy?
I don't know. All I know is Neil Peart and...
Yeah. Sting and Stuart Copeland, and then that other dude.
Was Sting in it?
No, I'm talking about the Police. Was another, like I'm saying, another trio that...
I feel like
no one knows the other guy.
Yeah, Diana Ross left, it'd be you and I. The
That's still Supremes.
Yeah, we're still the Supremes.
The White Supremes, which is so close to white supremists, so let's never say that again.
Dude, how great would that be if there was a white supremacist cover band called the White Supremes? And all they did was just do...
Oh, shit, dude. Did you ever... you know what you can't download? The actual song from American History X that... the fat kid is, we're taking back the government, Jew by Jew by Jew.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh yeah, they're going to pull that immediately. That's not going to be downloadable on iTunes.
Turns out
iTunes not crazy about that song.
I wish society would catch up to my humor level of letting me download that.
Well,
that
also,
song.
if I saw you on the street, I would think you'd hang with those American History X guys.
Do you really?
I'd be like, there's a chance, there's an outside chance. But then you find out you're Jewish, and you're like, incognito. Yeah. Well played, Jason.
I got tattooed up though in case I ever go to the joint and I have to blend in with the Aryan Brotherhood.
Oh man, isn't that the scariest thing as a white guy? You know that's the group you'd have to go to if you got in prison.
There's no other choice. It's not like there's not like white supremacists and Hasidic Jews are also making. Well, they run the heroin.
Yeah, they're like, you go into prison, you're like, I gotta go with one team only.
I think it's my number one fear.
Absolutely.
How many years? How much time would it have to be for you to just go, all right, I'm going to put my head down, try to get through it, and not kill yourself before you go?
3 years.
Really?
5. I could do a nickel. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, but
that's balls, dude.
What about you?
I think anything over... I could probably get through a year, maybe.
We're talking hard time, too.
Yeah.
Like Big Boss Man's theme song. We're doing hard time!
And I'm just picturing from the brief times that I've spent in the holding cells here in New York for
fun stuff.
No, never even anything good. It was always unpaid ticket, and I'd spend the night there. But from being there, it's like you just realize man, they do not care if anybody's funny.
No.
I even tried. They couldn't have cared. I think when I said something funny, they were like, "You think shit's funny, son?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna be over here."
See, that's what sucks the most is our self-defense mechanism has always been humor.
Yeah.
And you go in that place, and it doesn't matter.
Well, what blows my mind is that there's no, for prison, if you were able to, if I was able to project my rationale on the entire population of the prison, it could be a fantastic time. Awesome full court basketball leagues.
I mean,
amazing.
You'd be like the guy,
like a whole NFL.
You'd be like the guy at Rucker with the megaphone. You'd be talking about, he killed people and now he's killing y'all on the basketball court. You're like, Jay is fun. Yeah. I'm not gonna rape him.
Yeah, you could let Sandusky coach that team. That'd be good in that one. Yeah.
Why haven't they
let him go in the locker room? Everyone's enjoying each other's wieners in there.
A longest yard like scenario where he's like, this is why I came here.
Losing team has to kiss Coach Sandusky on the mouth.
Hit the showers with Sandusk. You blew that cover too. What I want to get to, which we have to talk about in our first episode, is you are a part of an off-Broadway musical based on comedy.
I'm literally on break from it as we speak.
Like you are.
I left choreography literally.
Oh God.
To get on the subway.
What is this? What is the show? What's it called?
It's called Ha the Musical. And, what do you think it was going to be named better than that?
Yeah.
Ha the Musical.
I thought it was going to be called Smiles.
Chuckles for all.
Yeah. Chuckles come to Sadville.
All that ha.
Yeah, that's even better.
No, it's a off-Broadway musical about an evening of stand-up comedy, basically.
Yes.
Yeah, you are really going to enjoy it.
I am so excited.
I said before, the lady's so worried about people not showing up. I go, they're going to show up, and there's going to be a lot of them. I go, but you're going to have to play the music really loud to drown out the sounds of, like, Dan Soder punching his chair with laughter for all the wrong reasons. You're not coming to support your friends.
Oh, no.
Nor should you.
No, not in something like this.
No.
This isn't the time or the place for me to show real human emotion.
When I'm standing ovation at Carnegie Hall, then you come support your friends.
Yeah, yeah. This one where you're like, do I hear a laugh? Do I hear a heckle?
Oh,
is it like that?
Yes, it is sort of like that.
This is getting better and better.
Yeah, and
the only thing that makes it, I'm not. What puts it over the top for me is that Louis J. Gomez, real ass dude, one of our close
Puerto
friends.
Rican Rattlesnake.
If you know comedy, if you're deep into comedy,
you gotta be deep.
You know some B-sides. You know Louis J. Gomez, amazing. He'll hopefully one day be on the show and whatever card, but
ridiculous.
He's in it too.
Yeah, and that's it. And I got cast before him.
It's amazing.
When he got involved in it, it literally went from being a musical though to like Jay versus Lewis in off-Broadway musicaling.
So do you guys do? How many numbers do you have?
Both of us are in about like 3 ensembles.
Yes.
And they include, there's some hat dancing.
Yes!
I'm giving you,
God.
Oh, yeah. It's,
do you have a letter?
No.
And that's how a punchline goes.
One. Sing.
See, you were born for this. I am so excited to see you with your jazz fingers.
Man, there's some... Motherfucker, there's jazz fingers. I wish there wasn't.
I love that I called jazz fingers. And that's how the whole thing goes.
And that's what comedy is. I don't want to shit on it.
You're not
unnecessarily. Also,
I'm shitting on you for being in it.
Oh yes, but the lady who wrote, Michelle Wen, who's awesome, and she wrote it, and she's producing it and everything. She wrote it it's from a funny place. It is from a funny place, and it really is an accurate, as a comic, you'll like the accurate breakdown of like the business. I was impressed with there's a reference in one of the songs about like going to the comedy festivals, but it doesn't matter.
The fact that you just tried to legitimize it by saying,
I'm trying, Soder.
You just tried so hard to be like,
you don't come on the Soder Show in half step.
I got my glasses on, I'm smoking my butts. We're talking about insider Washington trading.
You're going to look me in the eyes and tell me you're not dancing around there like a fruit embarrassing your daddy.
I'll bring you on the Soder Show for the real answers. The answers you're not going to give the other guys.
I love damn you. Son of a bitch.
Becoming Nick Nolte Talk Radio.
Hell, Jay, you're dancing around like a queer. Take the barrettes out of your hair.
Yes.
Damn it. You got jazz fingers.
Oh, dude, it's going to be
That's going to be amazing.
Yeah. My daughter's going to come laugh at me.
Yes. Yes. Oh, God. But I love that you were just like, I mean, dude, like,
I really did. But if I could be real here for a second, Dan, the show is transcendent, and
we're doing something new. We're brilliant.
No one's had the balls to really attack comedy on that musical level before.
And I'm not going to lie, it's from a really refreshing angle. It's from...
You know what, though? It's getting in my soul because I got off the subway here and downstairs here, the subway's lined with the Rocky musical posters, and it says final performances, and I'm like, should have made it out to see that one. I've never seen that about Broadway in my life.
But you're a Philly guy.
Yeah, it's true.
And Rocky, they can do any incarnation of Rocky, and the city of Philadelphia has to be along with it. Where they're like, all right, I guess we're going to do it.
Plus, I like to see a musical based around the implausible idea of a white dude beating up a black dude.
I can't wait to see...
It's Rocky 1, so he loses.
Yeah, and there's
spoiler alert. Sorry, everyone.
Don't go to Rocky on Broadway. Jay just ruined it for you.
He loses, but whatever.
Well, we're definitely going to get... Oh, God, I can't wait to talk about this more, about this show and other things coming back on the Soder Show. Right now, we're going to throw it. This is the best part of the show. We get to pick out awesome bits of comics of our friends, the guys we love, and we love no one more than this next comic, one of the best of all time, Dave Attell.
Indeed.
This is Lonely Bug Fireworks and I Miss My Dad. It's the Soder Show, Sirius XM 95.
The other night,
more Dave Attell is good for the world.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely. You saw the new special, yeah?
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It's one of my. I think it's one of the best. I'll put it up there with Elephant in the Room.
I do like that he chomped up about 17 different locations for other people to shoot specials, though. Hey, maybe I'll do something in Distress. Done? Okay.
What about Helium in Philly?
Oh, God.
Done.
Handled.
Oh, but Acme and Mini.
Anywhere that's got an atmosphere.
Yeah. He burned through like an African warlord. He's like, I am Devatil, and I take all of this. This is now my land.
He had a map on the wall, like the big head kid mask of all his dream places to go perform.
Yeah, Eric Stoltz map.
Motherfucking Catmandu's, but Catmandu.
Well, welcome back to the Soder Show. I'm Dan Soder. That's Big J. Okerson. We are talking comedy. We're talking musical theater. We're talking musical theater meeting stand-up comedy in Big J's off-Broadway show, Ha! The Musical, featuring Big J. Okerson and our good friend Louis J. Gomez. Good God, that's going to be amazing.
It was today we were practicing hat dancing. It was.
Did you have to do the hat in front of your chest?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we did.
How many reps?
Oh, well, it's the one song. While we're holding the hat, we have to do like the little 4-step, box step.
One and one.
And then a right and left, back and forth with the hat.
Okay.
And then the hat shimmy above our heads.
This is what we do because we're good friends.
Yeah.
And I can shit on you for a lot.
Sure.
But then I also have to empathetically tell you, I did that indie rom-com.
Sure, yeah.
And they made me learn swing dancing.
Oh, really?
Where I had to go for 2 hours with like a guy and be like, and he's like, rock, step, 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 rock, step. And I was like, and I look like an asshole.
He had to turn on his old-timey radios.
Yeah. He's like, I hope the wall signal isn't interfering.
Yeah.
And then it's like,
be sure and drink your Ovaltine.
Oh, everyone knows, buy war bonds. You ready to learn? And here's what we do. Don't use your refrigerator. You can always hide inside of it.
Don't sit under the apple tree with anyone else but me.
Oh, my lady's got a smile only I can see. Yeah, this is what I had to dance to. Just like an asshole.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't wait to see your movie's going to make this.
Yeah, if you do, I will get to watch me be sad for 2 hours.
Is it really? You had to pull some real drama?
I had to emote, man.
Yeah, you had to. Did you cry?
Emote. Yeah. Well, they gave me the fake, like where they blow the with the mint stuff.
Yeah, you piece of shit's funny. You kind of did that whole thing under the radar, almost like if no one's even asking questions. You'd show up regularly at the clubs at night and be like, "What's up, guys?" And be like, "Hey, where were you all day?" Like, man, ain't shit, doing whatever.
Yeah, I Bruce Wayne did. I was like, I don't know. They stay up late doing business deals. I'm tired.
You hear some jerk-offs doing a rom-com uptown?
Yeah. Oh, can't believe this. Whoever that masked dickhead is who's doing that rom-com. I don't want to wait.
My life should be over. What a dildo.
Boo. Yeah, you do. You really wear yours like Tony Stark. You're like, I'm Iron Man. I'm in an off-Broadway.
Man, we're doing it.
I'm in an off-Broadway musical.
Oh, man. Today we're working on dance moves. We're laying and rolling on the ground. It's not.
You guys like preschoolers.
Ah, man. It's so like, I wish I didn't wear jean shorts today.
God, I want to see this.
I'm rolling over on my keys and wallet chain.
You getting a nice fucking couch nap imprint?
Oh, man. It is. I feel ridiculous doing it.
I think
the saving grace is it's all about the archetypes of different kinds of comedians, and I am the crowd work comic, so I don't have to do like a rehearsed set of any kind. I do my song, which is called crowd work.
Oh yeah, God damn it is. Of course it is.
Oh boy, dude, it is.
Oh man.
First couple lines. Hello, folks. How's it going tonight? Yeah,
don't tease me anymore.
That's it. No, that's it. No, that's it. I'm just tickling the head a little bit. I just want to make sure you're fluffed.
That was me doing a gummer. That was me putting it in my mouth.
Yeah.
That's the real stuff. Let me test the product. Yeah, that's a real musical.
You look over the captain. That's it.
I know a buyer.
We got it.
It's good. I take the hunting knife out and cut the bag open.
You're going away for a long time, Okerson.
We caught you red-handed. I've been waiting for this day, you son of a bitch. We're taking your friend Louis down with you.
Louis jumped into that so quick, he couldn't wait.
God, well, here's the thing about Louis, to defend him, he's a musical theater fan. He
Yes.
knows all of Les Mis.
Yeah.
He knows all that stuff. He's a tough guy, but he loves
He's
musical
thrilled
theater.
to be a part of it. And so, by the way, I'm happy to be part of it. It's just,
And
it's so out of my comfort zone, which is going to be fun.
But here's what I was going to say that I told myself doing the rom-com that you should tell you. It's good to do things that make you uncomfortable because then you just get better at shit that you suck at.
No, you know what happened? This is it's funny that this thing came to me the way it did because a couple years ago, one of those like where Neil Patrick Harris like hosted the Tony Awards.
Yeah.
He came out and did some like big opening number.
Yeah.
And it was funny. I don't remember what it was, the lyrics or something of it was really, really funny. And I just said like, I was like, I'm so cynical about stuff, which stand-up comedy will do that to you, you know? And I was
Absolutely.
Like, but I was like, at some point you have to drop some of that shit and almost go, it's like my will to be silly is almost gone because it's so stripped away because comedy is so much like sitting there and you laugh at that, like, you know, some twinkle toes, you know, like half fruits running around out there doing blah, blah, but inside you're just like, yeah, if it's funny, you know, it's like, it's ridiculous. So I said, because I think the lady had a concern with me particularly, was like, am I going to do this and perform the whole thing with like I know these jerk offs, but I'm like, no, if I'm going to do it, like I'll just dive in and do it. It's good. I know people are coming to laugh at it, which is fine. I would too. I wish I wasn't in it and just Lewis was in it, so I can go with you guys and laugh at him too.
It'll be hilarious though if I'm actually moved.
Yeah, you know it's going to be great.
If I leave and I'm like,
my least favorite thing about this is that I almost am going to be annoyed at how many people afterwards are going to be like, dude, it wasn't bad. You know, like, that was right. Just go, it's like, you jerk off.
Oh, no, I will never say that to your face.
You're going to go home and cry to your chick like, he was beautiful up there.
It was like watching an angel be born. Jay came out. He did crowd work, which was my favorite number of the whole show. I think it was in a...
and I don't feel bad dropping these names because they are comedians that I'm certain we have here. It's, Christian Finnegan.
Awesome.
Unbeknownst to me, voice of an angel, not a lie. Sings a highly the only really sad, like emotional song, and it's a real like I'm just a boy, it's really
God, it's gonna move me.
But it's gonna move you because he was in like apparently he was like in Barbershop Quartet. I didn't know this. It was all like that. This is all like the other world of people. Here's the thing: comics, you see me, and I think you're the same way. Well, no, I guess not, because you said you have like a football background that I'm unaware.
No, I played high school football, but that was
okay. But I was
nothing.
going to say, like, I think I'm exactly what you picture was my thing. Like, let me guess, you ate a lot of pizza as a kid and didn't get laid?
It's like that.
Yeah, you got it. Like, I don't have something that was like, no, actually, dude, I did SEAL training. I was 2 days shy of SEAL training.
Yeah, but it really is almost like that scene in Saving Private Ryan where you start learning about their back lives. Where it's like, my hands didn't shake, then my wife died, and I'm nervous about that. And you're like, when you find out about comics backstories, like Ted Alexandros was a music teacher, and he's unbelievable at the piano, and you're like, I'm a piece. Brooks Wheelan was a straight up, he's a scientist. Like he was an engineer. Like that's what he did.
I think
I was
Dimitri Martin was a lawyer and a doctor. I'm
Dan
not lying about
Allerman
that.
has his law degree.
Lawyer from University of Pennsylvania.
There's all these
Greg
people.
Giraldo.
Greg
lawyer.
Giraldo.
Absolutely.
But then there's guys like me and you who were like military family, got into this, just love killing foreigners. This is what you and I are.
We're like, I don't know, my mom and dad are
was gone.
stiffs.
Yeah. Dad was gone. Mom didn't make a ton of loot. I'm a funny motherfucker. I'm here to be funny. Yeah, it really is.
I'm such a transparent past. I wish I had some awesome origin story.
Yeah.
Well, I died when I was 15. They reconstructed me in a laboratory.
And now I'm half robot. Oh, hilarious.
I'm half hilarious robot, half Jew.
Yeah. Well, another comedy bit we're going to throw to now, which we're gonna start making these smooth as baby bottoms. But
that reminds me.
Speaking of baby bottom, next comic, Amy Schumer. You know, she's been great to both of us.
Oh yeah,
she's hilarious. She's taking the world by storm.
She's hilarious. She's been very great to me. She's been doing it for 15 years less than I have.
And then we're going to be doing. We'll hear from her later because we're going to spots. We're going to break. I read that wrong, and I'm like hyping up. I just love Amy. I just want to talk about Amy.
Hey, Jay, I hate to cut you off, but how great is Amy Schumer?
You're like,
anyway. Here's a commercial from 1-800 Flowers.
Yeah, here's a Zales commercial.
I love Amy Schumer. Anyway, take
it away, guys.
Take it away, Pajama Graham.
Yeah, we'll be right back with comedy. I promise.
The Soder Show with Dan Soder and special guest Big J. Okerson. We'll be right back. Now, back to The Soder Show. with Dan Soder and special guest Big J. Okerson. Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95.
Yeah, that was Amy Schumer with her bit Stepford Whores on Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. It's the Soder Show. I'm Dan Soder with Big J. Okerson. We're talking comedy, we're talking musical theater, and backstories of comedians.
I like you giving the the track title, Stepford Whores. That's funny. Did you? I assume you have Sound Exchange, right?
No.
You don't have that?
No.
Oh, you're an idiot.
Okay, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know what it is?
No.
You get money for when your stuff plays on.
Dude, I don't have an album.
But I bet there's some recordings and stuff of you in the system somewhere.
Bro, I'm underground.
I think even when you do like other shows and stuff though too. I think you get like a little something for it. But it's I'm almost 100% on that. I think Pandora. It's like for everything. But either way, what's great about it is
so bad business wise.
What's so great about it is when you get the statement, it breaks it down like by you've made like X amount through things. So it's always funny like. You know, by like my daughter, like your soccer uniform and dues were paid for with black dicks versus white dicks.
Yeah,
Jew pussy.
Yeah, that's your statement. That's like
yeah, I swear to God.
Well, it says here in the year of 2014, you made $5,000 off tit fucking your nana.
Yeah.
Like, yes, that
Eskimo fist fuck.
Yeah, it's like that was a big bit. That I think that caught some traction on some of the late shows.
Yeah. Oh, Eskimo fist fuck. That was 2012.
That was a hit. That was kind of a hit for us. That was kind of a big hit.
Got my first North American tour off that.
I got to talk about this before it disappears into my stoner brain forever. I saw on the train down here the quartets that sing. Mm-hmm. I saw them break up. I saw a quartet break up.
They got into it?
They were screaming at each other on the platform.
Did they go from singing to screaming, or you only saw screaming?
I saw screaming to singing.
They fought and then sang.
They put their differences aside.
So why didn't they broke up? Do you think did they agree like this is the last performance?
One guy goes, I came to work today. I came to do work today. The guy's like, that ain't my problem. You need to shut up. And they start yelling, and then they get on like, ooh, my girl, my girl. You're like, I know what's really going on in the band. You guys are almost done.
Judging by your talking voice impression, I'm guessing these were like
white dudes.
I wasn't even guessing so much color. It was definitely a black impression.
Oh.
I was saying more like, but are these like guys?
Well dressed.
I was going to say, are they wearing like bow ties and sweater vests, or
they were just dressed really nice? Out of the four guys, two of them were wearing slacks. That's how nice they were dressed.
Yeah.
So they were like, and they had like the nice green gift bag, and then they were like, but they were giving each other the business. It was like two guys were yelling at one guy, and then one guy started yelling at the other two. It was incredible.
It was the height of all the anger. Just one guy goes, you guys are right.
Yeah, God, I can't walk away from you guys. Yeah, that's what happens when he starts walking up the stairs of the subway. They're like, he's like,
you make me so mad, Jamal. Shoot, ba-da-da-doo, ba-doo.
That's how it must be to like break up a band. That's there it is.
Walk.
That's what he starts doing as he's walking. And like, I can't walk away from you, damn it. Damn you, Saquon! You and your perfect voice.
Yeah. Together we are one voice.
Now let's show this R train what we're bringing. That's like them walking on stage as the subway door opening. Where it's like, boom, and they're like, "You guys ready to do this?
Wake up, you less talented homeless motherfucker! I'm singing over here.
Hey, guy who shakes his cup like a madman, you about to witness talent.
Slide over, pigeon shit. It's time for me to sing a song."
He just goes into it. I'm not the alien, you're the alien. Shut up, crazy. Crazy don't play on the R train.
Schwab.
Yeah, dude, it was insane. Like watching that, I was like, oh, okay.
Stop wringing out your socks. I'm trying to sing a song over here.
Hey, guy who bogarted the corner with your shopping cart full of plastics. We're about to burn this mother down.
People, before I start, let me just tell you, there is no basketball team this young man is selling candy for jerseys.
This young boy don't even live in that area. The openers, the mariachi band, like, we cannot follow them.
That was my first experience ever getting on a train in New York. I was like, all right, here he goes. I'm going to give it a shot. And I had to go through where Queensbridge Projects was.
Yeah,
and
on the F train.
And on that stop, mariachi band jumps on, and I was so freaked out that no one else was with me. Everyone just put their head down, and I'm like, what do we do, man? Like, I was like equal parts like, do I run? Do I dance?
Yeah.
Do I join?
I think when you move to New York, you listen to those kind of acts for the first 3 weeks, and then you're like, oh, I don't have to do this.
Dude, I had such a movie moment though. I got me and my gonna be my ex-wife now, but like when we had like a major problem.
Here at the Soder Show, we don't pull punches, brother. We talk about dark life issues.
No, which is pretty hilarious. So we had like a huge thing. We almost broke up like years ago, and I remember going like I took the subway in. It was almost like a statement like, you keep the fucking car and I'll go.
Yeah.
And I get on the subway, and it was just some shaggy haired, smelly, like white homeless kid, the least sympathetic of all.
God,
he's singing, but he was like, he's making eye contact with me. He's singing like the Beatles, like, and I love her.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gave him $5 and I was like, you're great. You're great, man.
God, dude, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're really moving people.
It wasn't like it's like a 3-chord song.
I'm
like, you're gonna be good, man.
Yeah. There's nothing. It's just so easy to be apathetic to white homeless people.
I was just in Denver, and I was blown away.
There's so many.
I literally had to ask a black guy, where are the black homeless people? Because I don't feel bad for your home. They really seem like they're in the way. By the way,
my aunt
they're
laughed.
like, and they're like, they're in good spirits, and they are just sitting there. They all have signs. It's just like, it's like,
see,
hook me up, dude.
Yeah. Hey, bro, things kind of suck right now. If you could give me some money, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it really is like that.
Yeah.
That tone the whole thing. He goes, come on, bruh, throw me a quarter.
Hey, bro, it's pretty tough. You're listening to the Soder Show on Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. I'm Dan Soder. With me is Big J Okerson, and we're talking about white homeless people. It's young white homeless people, very difficult to get money.
Yeah, well, I live in the village, man. That's like a junkie station down there. That's
Yeah,
the
man,
mall.
but you know what sells those people's homelessness?
They have dogs
They
always.
have dogs and face tattoos. And I'm like, oh, dude, you've really committed to this life. There is no half pulling a punch with you.
Yeah, he goes like, can you give me some money so I can go dance with Mr. Brownstone?
Hey, my name is Tegan. I grew up in Minnesota, but now all I do is have my skin itch.
You really are like, well, the girl's like, she's like selling you jewelry she made out of her own shit, and you're just like, call your fucking mom or whatever.
What's
like,
your dad do? She's like, him, he's at Aetna. Like, if you called her dad, he'd be like, I don't want to speak to Tiffany.
Yeah. He's a CEO at Cisco. What do you care?
He doesn't care about me. He's always on his dumb boat. Like, you have a bone going through your nose for no reason.
I'm not going back to the house that my father's Pfizer empire has built.
Oh, all those lies. Yeah. You know what they don't tell you about those pills? Will also cause loneliness of daughter, distance of family. That's what the side effects are. Dad, I hate you, Dad. Now I got to go tap and push off and sleep in a bush till I feel better.
I just tell my daughter flat out every time I do comedy till 3 a.m. on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And Sunday at 8 a.m. I'm in Long Island watching a soccer game. I go, if you do porn now, you're just a dick.
Yeah.
Like, you're not rebelling against me. I go, I'm great to you.
Yeah, you're keeping the hours. You really are keeping the hours of like a detective that's solving a murder mystery.
Unbelievable.
And just is newly married.
Just to completely.
But you're on the opposite end. You're being a good dad, but you're a comic.
You know what makes me angry about? If my dad wasn't so shitty, I would just rest much easier being a shitty dad. But I'm like, oh man, I don't want her to be like, he sucks for any amount of time. So I'm like, all right, I guess I'm going to this god awful soccer game they're going to get. By the way, she's a goalie and she just gets shelled every week. I mean, she is horrible at it. She's horrible at soccer. She's at soccer camp right now. You know what she's doing? She faked an ankle injury so she can cry about not having her mom there. That's what's happening right now.
Oh man, so she just gets peppered.
She's that kid.
They just
when
pepper?
you go there, you're like, one kid's gonna be shitting their pants and crying to go home every day.
And then there's one kid.
I knew she was gonna be the one to do it.
And there's also one kid that also steals all the orange slices.
She's not that kid.
I was that kid.
You stole the orange slices?
Oh, dude, I use it as currency.
No, but you know what's funny? I so worry about her growing up and being fat because like she definitely has my genetics in her, which is there. But I know because she's not showing signs of being like obese at all in any way. but she does have the personality of like, and she's not, see, when I was younger, I had more shame in it.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like she has any shame. She's the thing where it's like, the little tiny kids will be like, I don't want to eat my hamburger. She's like, can I have it?
She's stepping in like that's her specialty.
I mean, she really, it's like,
she's like,
But I used to do, one of Jay Gomez's favorite stories of mine ever is when I was a kid, and like, my mom sent me, like, when she didn't want to be alone sometimes, so it would be intermittent. It's like, sometimes I would not have a babysitter at all, and then a year after I would, like, have one myself, and I remember going, was a big fat lady, watched me and a bunch of kids that were way younger than me, and we'd go to McDonald's because that's where she wanted to go, and she would eat like a 20-piece McNuggets and burger, and I was just sitting there envious of her meal. And she would get all of us. She bought enough burgers to give everybody a half a burger and like 2 chicken nuggets, and I was just waiting it out for all those kids to be like, can we go play? And then just eat a bunch of half burgers, like a tub of shit.
Guys, we should go really hit that ball pit.
Guys, you're closing the ball pit in like 5 minutes.
Go! Like you're launching people out of plane, and then you're just eating hamburgers. Yum, 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 yum. Well, you're listening to the Soder Show on Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. I'm here with Big J Okerson. So far we've played Dave Attell, we played Amy Schumer, and now we move on to one of your best friends in the world and one of my favorite comedians, one of the best comedians out there right now, Curtis Metzger. With the title track from his brand new special on Comedy Central, White Precious. Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. It's the Soder Show. I'm Dan Soder with Big J Okerson. That before the break, you heard Kurt Metzger's title track, White Precious. Kurt Metzger, I mean, one of your good friends and a dude that makes me feel like a fraud every time I watch him on stage. I'm like, I just pack it up. I should go on boats. Just be a cruise comedian.
It's so funny. He is the true testament to like fantastic joke writing because he's so menacing and unlikable the second he gets on stage.
Right. He should interrogate murderers.
I mean, the joke's so funny it gets past all of that because you know what's funny? He's one of those guys who speaks. I'm very aware, even though I'm a big dude. Like I'm very like I don't want to get on the subway at 1 o'clock in the morning and like a place I don't know. I don't want to. You know what I mean? I don't like walking around to.
I think we're the same. We're the same in that aspect where it's like
I'll do it, but I sometimes I'll spend a little money on a cab to be like, let's just make it the safest thing possible.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Kurt will walk through. I mean, like, it's Billy Joel. He'll walk through Bedford style.
Yeah, and he's like,
because he's crazy. Because the thing is, no one's robbing him because he's talking to himself. Like he's a certifiable lunatic.
Yeah.
Like, so he goes, I never get bothered on the train up to Washington Heights, and I'm like, because you look like. He goes, maybe I look like a cop. I go, no, you look like you don't have money in your pocket. You look like a maniac.
You look like a man with nothing to lose.
Yeah,
which is what everyone stays away from.
They're going to be like, he goes, give me your money, and he's going to go, come on.
He's like, what did you just say to me?
Yeah.
And like,
you want to do that?
Yeah,
is that what you want to do?
They're like, oh no, man, this guy like Bronson. This guy got a death wish, man. This guy got a bad death wish coming up to Washington Heights like this, man. He's like, thank you. And just gets and walks out the train.
I like to believe if somebody ever pulled a knife on me on the streets, I'd go, that's not a knife. And then he goes, what? And I just run. Yeah. I don't have a knife. And then to fucking start
I just, oh God,
holding my own knees, breathing heavy as I can't.
Do you ever do subway rides where you imagine you kicking people's asses trying to ride you, like trying to like rob you,
and how you would do it?
Yeah,
like
just Seagal style, like break their arm.
You do the thing where you hook the one guy's arm and roll over his back.
That's great.
Punch the other guy.
That's great. I would do the arm over the arm, head into the pole, ping, ping, ping. And then I'm like, yeah, just do something cool like Liam Neeson.
The roll over the back. Yeah,
just Seagal fluttering hands, and then all of a sudden people are broken.
The guy who pulls out a gun, you make him somehow weirdly turn it on himself, shoot himself, and then you take the gun and shoot the other guy.
Not even. I take the gun. I take the gun and I take the slide off where the clip drops and the slide's gone.
You take it apart as he's holding it on you.
Yeah, we're
right?
like, and then and he's like, ah! And then I just fuck him up.
This is a gun, motherfucker. Click, 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 click.
Yeah.
What gun?
Now it's just chunks of metal. You're in my world now. And they're like, God! And then really I just am sitting there like, please get off the train. Please get off the train. Please don't hurt me. Get off the train.
Yeah. I'm like, all right, if I was going to chop down this fucking tree, I'd go for this cocksucker's knees first. And then he stands up and you go, just walk away, dude. Just walk away.
I'm sorry, am I in your way?
Hey, sorry, brother.
Sorry, dude. Hey, dude. Sorry, dude. Man, this is episode 1 of the Soder Show on Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM. Too easy. In and out. Sirius XM 95, Comedy Central Radio. We're going to be back next week with another show, and eventually we're going to get calls, so you can call us and,
help us stop taking the low road.
Yeah, the easy jokes. We want good, highfalutin fun.
Call with good topics.
Yeah.
Not this rubbish.
Oh, absolute horseshit. But I'm going to let Jay get back to his musical
That's where I got to go right now. I'm running right back. Jazz hands.
God, go get those jazz hands going. I'm Dan Soder. That's Big J. Okerson. Thank you for listening to The Soder Show. We'll see you next week. You'll hear us.
You'll hear.